Thira Vanachari Radha Madhava Kundahari Radha Madhava Kundahari Jaya Gopi Janaballabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janaballabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yasodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamunadhira Vanachari Yamunadhira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Shri Radha Madhava Ki Shri Gaur Nitai Ki Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Ki Gaura Premanande Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna, happy to see you. So today we're reading from Bhagavad-Gita. We have it here on the board. 7th chapter, text 27. Yeah, nice. So we can read together. Ichhadvesha samuthena Dvandva mohena bharata Sarva bhutani sammoham Sargayanti parantapa Ichhadvesha samuthena Dvandva mohena bharata Sarva bhutani sammoham Sargayanti parantapa Ichhadvesha samudhena Dvandva mohena bharata Sarva bhutani sammoham Sarageyanti Parantapa. Ichhadvesha Samudhena. Dvandvarata. Sarvabhutani Sammoham. Sarageyanti Parantapa. Is there any other brave? Samudhena. Dvandva mohena bharata. Sarvabhutani sammoham. Sarageyanti parantapa. Ichhadvesha samudhena. Dvandva mohena bharata. Sarvabhutani sammoham. Sarageyanti parantapa. Translation. O Sion of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The real constitutional position of the living entity is that of subordination to the Supreme Lord, who is a pure knowledge. When one is deluded into separation from this pure knowledge, he becomes controlled by the illusory energy and cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The illusory energy is manifested in the duality of desire and hate. Due to desire and hate, the ignorant person wants to become one with the Supreme Lord and envies Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Pure devotees who are not deluded and contaminated by desire and hate can understand that Lord Shri Krishna appears by his internal potencies. But those who are deluded by duality and nescience think that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is created by material energies. This is their misfortune. Such deluded persons symptomatically dwell in dualities of dishonor and honor, misery and happiness, woman and man, good and bad, pleasure and pain, etc., thinking, this is my wife, this is my house, I am the master of this house, I am the husband of this wife. These are the dualities of delusion. Those who are so deluded by dualities are completely foolish and therefore cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chaksurunamiritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalapatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishanebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 verse one more time. Ichkadvesha samudhyana dvandvamohina bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sargayanti parantapa. O scion of Bharata, O conqueror of the foe, all living entities are born into delusion, bewildered by dualities arising from desire and hate. When I just started to read the Vedas, when I was 14, I think it's about 30 years ago, I was fascinated by these two very brilliant conceptions. First one is duality, Ichka and Vesha. Very simple thing, but everyone controlled by it. Everyone. And second conception is three modes of material nature, three gunas, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Brilliant conceptions, duality and three gunas. There is a theory of everything in physics. They always, try to make this theory that explain everything. And we have this in the Vedas, duality and three modes of material nature. And today we will, try to understand something about dualities. So the Vedas tell us that everyone who's born in this material world are in ignorance. Agyana timirandasya. And no exception. Everybody, everyone. Therefore, we should go to the school and learn how to write, how to read, and everything like that. Of course, we can say that now this problem somehow solved because we have schools and everybody should go to the school. For example, in Russia, you must go to school. You're obliged, and parents obliged to control their children. They must go to school. I don't know how in Finland, but same here. Yeah, because you shouldn't be in ignorance. But we can see that it doesn't solve the problem. For example, I'm 44. Yeah, and I know so many persons already also 44, but they are in ignorance. Yeah, they can write, they can read, but they don't know the answer for three most important questions. Who am I? What is the goal of my life? And how to achieve this goal? That is the problem. So we have schools, we have universities, but still we are in ignorance. Yeah, we can make, nuclear bomb, we can make tanks, we can make Volvo, everything like that, but we don't understand, we don't know the answer for these three questions. Most important questions. If you know who you are, if you know what to do to achieve your goal, and if you know goal, you may be happy. Even if you don't have nuclear bomb, Even if you don't have Volvo, you can be happy even with Toyota, If you know answer for these three questions, most important questions. And we can see that every year this school program is complicated, became more and more complicated. When I was in school, program was much more easier than now. My daughter is now 11 years old, and I have, I feel this sorry for her. I have to say pity, yeah, because she's struggling there. It's not only 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 equal 4, it's much more complicated. Therefore, modern children, they much against the school, yeah? They don't like it. It's too much. You should spend half of the day in the school and then you should do your homework another half a day. And you don't have time for playing with friends and so on. But still, we are in ignorance, we can see. People are in ignorance. The Vedic education system begins with these three questions. Who am I? what is the goal of my life and how to achieve these goals. From the point of view of the Vedas, everyone should know the answer for these three questions. And that means you are educated. You can't be a sweeper, very simple guy, have very simple work, but you are educated. You are happy. Because I am the spirit soul, yeah. My goal of life is to develop this love for Krishna, love for God, and I have maybe sincere work, yeah, humble work, but still, I'm servant. I'm servant to the society, to the Lord. I'm chanting my job. I'm happy. That is educated person who know answer for these three questions. Sri Prahlad in Srimad Bhagavatam beautifully described this point. It's Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 6th chapter, 1st text. Sri Prahlad uvacha kaumarama charit pragyo dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusham janma tadapyadruvamarthadam. Prahlada Maharaj said, one who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life. In other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service, giving up all other engagements. The human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary, like other bodies, it's meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. So you can be educated in these three questions, and your life may be perfected. And if you don't educate it in this philosophy, no matter what, you can't be perfected. You will die uneducated person. So, I'm beginning from the very simple point that we are under influence of illusion. And because of that, we do not notice how illusion influences on us. That's a very interesting point. If we are in illusion, we don't understand that we are in illusion. Only if you are understanding, your position, spiritual position, you can understand how illusion is working. You can see it. If you are in illusion, you can't see it. She just, illusion just exploit you. And you just exploit it. That's all. And you don't understand it. Interesting point. When you go to the cinema to see some movies, what is the most important thing in the movie, in the cinema? How you think? What is it? No, okay, not really. Yeah, there is a movie, and you should be, immersed in these movies. Yeah. And what is the most important thing? Huh? No. How emotion is, is produced? Why emotion is produced when you see the movie? Because there is no light. Next time, go to the cinema and ask them not to switch off light. Oh, it will be very flat, you should be in darkness of ignorance, actually. So this material world is just like cinema, and we see movie of our life in 3D, yeah. Sometimes 5D, 7D, 9D, like that. But you should be in ignorance. I see sometimes devotee go to the Maya. Yeah? Once again, they start to drink alcohol and something like that. But they never can be happy. Never, because they're not in illusion anymore. the lamp of knowledge is switched on. And you can't enjoy Maya if you're not in Maya completely. That's interesting point. For example, drunkard, he's happy. As he feel, but from a side we can see that he is in suffering. But because he is very deep ignorance, he doesn't understand that he is suffering. He feel, yeah, I'm okay. That's okay. He even told you, I'm not alcoholic, Yeah, he's alcoholic. He drink every day. But no, I can control it, no problem, like that. um, so darkness is necessary in order for person to identify himself with what happens on the screen. And darkness of ignorance is necessary for us to identifying with the bodies and everything happened with these bodies. We think about ourselves, interesting point, we think about ourselves 24 hours a day. Actually, we always think only about ourselves. Sometimes if you not dress properly, you're starting to say, thinking, oh, what others think about me when they saw me. But no problem, nobody think about you. Everybody think only about themselves, 24 hours a day. Am I, happy? Is this food good for me? Is this dress make me beautiful? What others think about me? Me, I'm me. And so nobody think about us. Everybody think about themselves. But we don't know who we are. That's the trick. We think that we're thinking about ourselves, but actually it's not, because we don't know who we are. That's the Maya trick. We always think that we think about our interest, how to make money, how to buy a new car, how to get new wife, new husband, and everything like that. But actually, nobody really think about himself because nobody really know who we are. How can you think about yourself if you don't know who you are? It's impossible. But that's my trick. That because darkness of ignorance, because there is no light. There is no light of knowledge. There is no light of spiritual knowledge. I want to give one example here, but I don't know. Yeah, I do this. I will do this. One of the example how illusion is working, concept of patriotism. Nowadays, this idea is very widespread. You should be very patriotic to your country, very patriotic. But also we can see that this patriotism is so many times, how to say, was exploited. For example, Germany, not Nazi Germany, I mean, in those days. They say Deutschland über alles. Germany is above all. Well, for patriot, it's very good idea, isn't it? If you are from Deutschland, if you are German, it's very good idea. Yeah, very nice. Above all, yeah, I feel inspired. But we know, consequences. Yeah, so many people was killed by it because of this so-called patriotism. There's a beautiful verse on the subject in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 84th chapter, text 13, very famous. Yasyatma buddhi kunape tridhatuke swadhi kalatradishu bhavmai jadhi. Yatirtha buddhi sharire nakarhichit janeshva bhignashu saeva gokharaha. One who identifies himself as the inert body composed of mucus bile and air, who assumes his wife and family are permanently his own, who thinks an earthen image of the land of his birth is worshipable, or who sees a place of pilgrimage as merely the water there, but who never identifies himself, which feels a kinship with, worships or even visits those who are wise and spiritual truth. Such a person is no better than a cow or an ass. Yeah. Yeah, Vedas is not very patriotic, actually, because our real motherland is Vaikuntha. Not Finland, Russia, India, or something like that. No, no. Our motherland is Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavana. These countries have nothing to do with us, only with our bodies. Yeah. One of the tools of Maya is Dvandva, or duality. It's tools of illusion, tools that illusion used to, to bind us here in this material world. One of the human problems, biggest human problems, is that we not thinking. We doesn't have this habit of thinking in our day by day life. We doesn't have this habit to what is the word, uh, reflect what's happening around me, who am I in the right ways, like that. We don't thinking. We are very поверхностно, как можно? On the surface, yeah. What can I eat? What can I drink? That's all. And where can I sleep? That's all. And this is human psychology. This is how human psychology works. We strive not to spend a lot of effort and energy on reflection and analysis. We don't like it. We are very lazy. Our intelligence is really, really lazy. And older we became, lazier our intelligence is became. Interesting point. Intelligence of children is much more active. They are very inquisitive. What is this? What is this? What is this? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? We are very lazy. It's not important. Not important. Don't think about it. Don't bothering. Not important like that. So one more time, we strive not to spend a lot of effort on reflection and analysis, and we preferring fast, automatic decisions and judgments. Good, bad. Yeah, good, bad. Yeah. Tasty, not tasty. That's all. Very quickly. So maybe it's not tasty, but it's good for health. No. It's too complicated. Tasty or not tasty, good or bad. That's much easier. That's how duality works, actually. It's make us foolish. Only foolish person live on this level. Good, bad, tasty, not tasty, like that. It doesn't thinking. So this is called stereotyping or labeling in psychology. We can say that on the one hand, automatic thinking really help us to save time, save efforts in ordinary everyday situation. For example, when I'm walking, by the streets and I see some guy from another country, African country, and maybe there is a five guys, and this is late evening, and there is nobody else in the streets. So maybe, just in case I woke up on another, street side, for just because, usually those kind of guys is not very good. That's how labeling working. That's maybe a very good guys. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Because not all here is white, so you can understand me. In some countries now, I am not very good person because I am from Russia. In some European country now, they may be afraid me because Russia, Ukrainian, there is a war, something like that. They even can beat me because all Russians like that, That's how this labeling working. You all like that. Make it easy. Make it easy. I hope I don't offend anyone. The problem with stereotyping is that it happens automatically. We can say subconsciously, without the participation, of our intelligence. Intelligence doesn't working here. So there is no. That means that in difficult life situation, labeling is not useless. Is not just useless. It even can be dangerous. For example, no, I wouldn't give that example. No. It's understandable in Russia. Here you may not understand it because it's from another cultural background. I'm sorry. But okay, one more time. In easy day-by-day situation, labeling and stereotyping is working good. But if you have complex situation, you shouldn't think like that. You should be more thoughtful. Should be more wise. You should use logic. You should try to be objective. You should build logical, chains and make a complex decision. And I see that very often people can't do that because they don't have a habit to think. They have a habit to make quick decision. Good, bad. Good, bad. Yeah. Tasty, not tasty. Foe, friend, and so on. Very quick decision. And this is how duality affects us. We make decisions without thinking. We make decisions at this level of friends, foes, good, bad, like, dislike. We don't go deeper. So we became foolish. That's how my working. Oh, I must speed up. And because of this duality, our world picture became very black and white. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Very black and white. This is framework in which our thinking process is working. Stereotyping in psychology is considered a cognitive distortion, actually, or error or thinking. So to be in duality, even psychologists, modern psychologists, think that to be in duality is a problem because you can't make proper decision. You can't make complex decision, strategical decision. You should be not in duality for that. Because duality or this cognitive distortion does not give us an understanding of diversity of reality. That reality is really not black and white, it's very diverse. So many colors are there. For example, for men, there is only a red color. But for a woman, it's rose, pink, salmon red. There's so much, My wife also always told me, give me this red thing. wait a minute. Exactly which red do you mean, Because here everything is red for me, I'm very, very simple guy, She became angry. Usually. And sometimes we use this labels, labeling or stereotyping in religious life, in spiritual life. But it's another point, that's my religion is better than your religion, and so on. It's foolishness in religious context. The cure for duality, how to be cured from this disease, because we're born in it. Since the beginning, we are in duality. We are fools. Good, bad, this is a very deep situation that we're thinking in this, good and bad, framework. Pity. So what is the cure? The best cure, there is two cures actually. One is to have good association with sages who are not in duality by themselves. And by their association, we also can be cured. We also can get rid of this duality. And another cure for this is to reading complex book, not like detectives, something like that, science fiction and everything like that, who kill somebody. No. Complex book, I mean philosophical books. Books that make you thinking. For example, Bhagavad-Gita. It's very complex book. It's make you think. Be more complex, be more deep. And that is the best cures for this Dvandva disease. Black and white, good and bad, and so on. If you have every day, at best, association with sages, with devotees, who are not themselves not in this problem, doesn't have this problem of duality, and if you're reading the books, philosophical books about philosophy, about Vedic philosophy, Bhagavad-Gita every day, that's how you can cure this disease. You may become more deep in your life. What is the best for me, you may think, not good or bad. What give me good results in the future? How to make good decision? Who am I? What is the goal of my life? Ultimate goal, and how to achieve this goal? Google. Also listening to class. Okay, Google. No. He also listening here. Hey guys, in Cupertino. Hey guys, they also hear about Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. We have 5 minutes. Maybe there is some questions, comments, and so on. We'll be happy to. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
We are really in duality, even though like we have father and mother, and there's always this duality. It's very tricky thing, almost impossible. Yeah, and in some sense, of course, in a not so deep level, you have to make adjustments. I don't go to the, let's say, if there's a fire somewhere, this type. But I mean, it's so deeply, even in our survival and even how we were born. There's two persons. It's always that.
Yeah. If you don't have this help from outside, help of spiritual master and Vedas, you don't have a chance. You can't pick up yourself from the swamp. Pick up your hairs and like there was a Münchhausen, these famous stories. I don't know if you have here, if you read it here, yeah. And there was a story that, he put him away, himself away from this one. It's impossible. You need help from outside. For example, now maybe someone, came here from first time, and he never think about duality before. But now he may think, wow, really? And he will start to see this duality in his personal life day by day, because he get help from outside. Yeah. There is no possibility without guru, without spiritual mastery.
I think, but there's something else. I mean, the super soul within, he can help me sometimes. If there's no devotees, or let's say,
Yeah.
sometimes I ask help.
It is said somewhere in the Vedas that Paramatma is always speak to us, but we never listen. That's the problem, And sometimes this voice of Paramatma, there's lots of filters between Paramatma and us: greed, lust, false ego. So we hear Paramatma, but it's very distorted. Therefore, we need live spiritual master, living spiritual master, representative of Paramatma. Yes, Prabhu.
So, I think many times we read that we should see everyone equally, and we should be kind to everyone. But in one of the chapters, it is said that we should have this knowledge of discrimination also, to know what is right and what is wrong. And through this knowledge of discrimination, we should be able to cut the desires and so on. So, is there a little bit of contradiction here, or how is it? Or the discrimination, and then we have to be equal to everyone. If you could clear up.
Well, I'll try. So first of all, everyone is a spiritual soul. Therefore, we are equal. In this, in this context. But then we have everyone have different conditions. Yeah. For example, if you are king, everybody is your praja. Everybody is your subordinate. It means that you should take care of it. But there's some criminal. And how you can care criminal? By beating them. It means you're equal. You're taking care of everyone. But how you taking care is different, because everybody has his own karma and so on. I don't know if it's okay for you, with you. It's not enough time, maybe. Because maybe I need about...
Until the offering is over.
Okay. So from spiritual point of view, we should see everybody as equal. But everyone have his own karma, and within him, we should see that this is spiritual soul. But in the dealing with this person, we should understand how to give him benefit. For example, you have a child, 5 years old. You can't give Bhagavad-Gita to him. You just can't, because you can't tell him you should control your senses. It's impossible in his age. It's just impossible. It's no use. Just give them prasadam. Give him prasadam, that's all. And from another hand, you can see the person 40 years old, and to him you can tell, you should control your senses. Now you see, we should see everybody as equal, but with personal dealings, we should consider his опять забыл, обусловленность. Yeah, his conditioning. You should see it. Either you've spoken with woman or man or child or even a dog. Your practical association will be different. So in this level, you should add your intelligence. Yeah? Now it's okay. Good. I hope you you comprehend it. Okay. Because my English is not perfect. What to do? Yeah, something else. We have a time. Yeah.
Okay? If a man or a woman lives completely satisfied in life,
Mhm.
he has maybe a wife and a good marriage and maybe children and so on. But he never heard about Krishna.
Mhm.
So at his old age, he will die in the middle of his relatives, keeps respecting him. So did he really live a bad and useless life?
Mhm. The problem is now you describe somebody who have a very good karma in this life from the past lives.
Yeah.
Problem of good karma is that it's like a soap. If you use soap, it became smaller and smaller. Yeah, do you understand? So
Well,
if
I
you,
understand it in English, but not really. What you
aha, for example, you have a soap, yeah,
Yeah.
and you use it,
Yeah.
and this soap bar became smaller and smaller because you use it. So if you have,
Karma is going
yeah,
to be less good for you.
yeah. For example, in this life, you get this good karma from previous lives, and you use it. You enjoy it.
Oh, you use it in the time of one lifetime.
Yeah. In another lifetime, they may be no good karma. That's the problem. And even if you have good karma right now in this lifetime will end. You will die. What to do? And what will be in the next life? That is the question. That's how Maya, cheat you. Everything is good and bad. Now everything is good, relaxing. Therefore, in India, if you have a good karma, it's advised to take care of somebody who doesn't have good karma. You should see bad karma. Because those who have bad karma now may have good karma in previous life and just use it. Use it and lose it. Like that. Yeah, I saw people with good karma, yeah. They're very relaxing. But what is in the next life? If you don't do, if you mm, don't do pious activities in this life, if you don't have spiritual development in this life, maybe next life there will be no good karma. That is because if you have good karma,
So isn't it enough
uh-huh.
you do good things in your life, even you don't know about Krishna?
Uh-huh.
Try to be good for other people.
The problem is how you understand that this is good. It's your thinking. This is good. Maybe it's not. For example, you give in charity. For example, it's good. Yeah. You feed somebody. It's good. Yeah, to feed somebody, to give a charity, but you feed it by meat, using meat. So you kill the animals. It's not good. So it is good or bad? It is good or bad. That is the problem. So we are in duality. Therefore, we can't decide what good or bad because we are in duality. We always think good is good for me, and therefore it's good. For example, if you have some eye problem and you have a glasses, this glasses is good for you. Yeah, but for person next to you, maybe not. That is the problem. It's eyeglasses is duality, and every one of us have it. That's the problem. So we should, yeah, if you have a good karma, that's wonderful, but still, it is better to read the Vedas. It's better to get spiritual knowledge. And spiritual knowledge make your life even better, Interesting point. If you have a good karma, why don't you make your life better, even better? Why? And your next life will be also best. Will be also good because you have spiritual knowledge. So spiritual knowledge or religious knowledge is not only for those who in need, like this. Yeah, Mataji. You want to add something?
Now it's time.
Oh, yeah.